picked up a new camera. It's pretty sweet. Look at this. Automatic face tracking. And that's pretty cool. It's on a tiny little tripod. I have a bigger one, but I forgot the piece that connects it to the camera. So you guys are gonna be a little bit low today, but that's all right. The plan for now is to get some of the ground cleared out, just with the saw today. So there's kind of an area with a bunch of piled up, what do you call it, deadfall, I guess. Hey, I'll flip you around. Check this out. See that? That's pretty sweet. Anyway, this is the area I want to get cleaned up today. Has a bunch of dead cedar in it. I want to get that all cleaned up so that the grass and plants can get growing in here. It's the beginning of spring now, so you can kind of see the little bit of grass growing and the leaves growing on the trees. So I don't want to be, blocking the ground and preventing that growth, because I want this area to be a nice clean forest area. Because over here to my right, this is kind of the main driveway, so you'd come in towards where the camera is. So you basically face this little patch of forest right here. So I want to get this cleaned up, accentuating all these nice oak trees that are in here, and letting everything grow as spring gets started. This is our equipment of choice for today. I'm using the DeWalt pole chainsaw to get into some of this dead wood on the ground. It might seem like it's not the right tool for the job. I should probably get a better, bigger chainsaw, like a proper one. But you'd be surprised, this long reach on this thing is kind of ideal for these spiky cedars on the ground, because you can't really get up next to them without limbing them up. So it's pretty much a real chainsaw. This is just an 8-inch chainsaw bar, which admittedly is not big enough for some of these larger logs, but I've really been enjoying using it, so it's a good tool. I'm using the old gloves today. This stuff is really spiky, but honestly I use gloves almost all the time when I work. This camera is so cool. It has some limitations, but did it lose me? Doesn't always work, I guess. So it should be able to track my face. Yeah, there we go. That's just so cool. It's gonna save so much time in editing and post-processing. It's awesome. Also, the reason I am taking the time to pile this up neatly at the edge of the work area is I don't want to drive my tractor in there and trample all the smaller plants that are trying to come up through those dead logs. I want to just get those logs out and let all that stuff grow naturally. I don't want to disturb the the leaves on the ground, the small sticks. Like, I want to leave it all nice and natural and clean looking without disrupting it with the tractor. I don't want all these limbs on this stuff because it'll prevent it from packing tightly when I stack the logs up in the main pile. That's why I'm being so meticulous about getting these branches off. Some of them are all tangled up in thorns, so it's hard to get them out. And it's also kind of snake season right now, so I'm a little bit worried about rolling these logs over and finding a snake, but it should be all right. Okay, I'm gonna take a break for now, but got a lot of the larger logs just piled up in a way that the tractor grapple could pick them up easily without going in there and messing up the soil. It actually takes a long time for this kind of natural forest floor to come back after you run heavy equipment on it. It'll take years, if not decades, to get back to this kind of natural state that you see here. So I really want to avoid that. The tractor's not that heavy, but still, it's kind of the principle of it. I don't want to leave tire tracks in what I want to be a natural, healthy forest. I mean, now that I removed all that junk, I mean, obviously there's still a bunch left to remove, but you see all this grass in here and these small trees like this one. I mean, this stuff will be able to thrive as long as I don't upset the ecosystem too much. Like, there was a lot of large logs covering it which could choke it out, but I also don't want to expose the ground so much that everything dries out and is just disturbed. So a lot more to do, but we're chipping away at it. It's a massive property, so I'm just kind of partitioning off this little piece, getting a hold on it, and then we'll move on to something else. This is where we were working over here. I have these logs piled up at the front so they're easy to access with the grapple. And over here in this shipping container, I have my Kubota BX23S. So I think it's time to bust this guy out and get to work. So this is as far as we got for the day. All these logs are packed pretty tightly in this pile. There's actually a lot more logs here than it looks like. Kind of continues off this way a little bit. Sorry about the wind, I don't have the external mic hooked up. But just a quick explanation of what I'm doing. Just through here, you can kind of just make it out, is the first build site. You can actually see some of the crates of the dome that I ordered over there. The entrance is right over here to my right. Right around here is where our gate will be. So when people are parking there to like enter the code in on the gate or wait for the gate to open, I don't want their headlights or the noise from their car to reach this build site that's over here, maybe 100 yards. So hopefully over time these logs here will decay down into a berm, kind of like the one that I connected to over here. So you can see this mound here. It's a little hard to tell on the camera. Cameras tend to flatten things out, but right in this area there's actually a pretty steep hill. It's 2 or 3 feet tall, which is from exactly what I'm doing here just 20 years ago maybe. Somebody cleared the area that I'm standing in and piled it up towards the back of this little clearing. So what I did is kind of just continue it on so that we have a natural berm kind of completely protecting Site 1 from any noise and light that comes from cars that are entering the property. That's as far as we got for the day, so I appreciate you watching. Thanks.